Western lowland gorilla. We're in the natural.
No. Free everybody around the world and free the animals too.
Unless they deserved it.
4 extras, man. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, and for sure, it's a silverback gorilla.
Hold on, man.
All that nice shit. If they put 100 elite against a gorilla, how many think gonna survive and how many gonna die?
I think you beat them all.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you get them all. Yeah.
That's all you see it? She touched it.
They
Oklahoma.
send the elephants upstate, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's they went upstate on the day they left the county jail and upstate. Yo, that's my homegirl right there. What the?
Since we got to this part of the zoo, it's kind of growing on me.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
How y'all feel about this?
Free every living being.
Damn near had me sock him. Cut the camera. I got Harry Potter, and I'm gonna tell them, like, who you? I'm here with Harry Potter. First off, I'm getting in. Second off, hey, shout out to Adam. We put him right in. Throw the picture on his side. Hey, Trevor, wait, come here. Hey, why this got glasses on like this? Gonna help.
Hey, I want y'all to fully understand the optics at play here. I want y'all to fully understand. Think deeply. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about the idea, or what does it suggest that the optics are to you? That No Jumper gonna bring, hey, we're gonna take 4 extras to the zoo. And don't forget, Crip Mac just beat him, not Crip Mac, China Mac beat him to the punch, but they wanted to take China Mac to the, Crip Mac to the zoo too. You know what I mean? Just, it ain't even the C-Ray part. That's one piece of it. That's just one piece of it, and just to show how they kicking it and having a good time and all that shit. That's just one piece of it. But why? Adam had been playing this because I talked about this a few months ago, one of my first episodes. But he wound up getting incarcerated, so they didn't get a chance to do it. Or no, not in my first episode. Back in my culture, I did an introduction to all the bullshit in the industry. But he been saying he had plans. Him and Trapalo Ross was gonna take 4 extras to the zoo, and I want y'all to. I say, discernment be a motherfucker, and analytical thinking and inferential thinking and shit like that. That shit is important. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. China Mac and Crip Mac had the episode of going to the zoo and shit, but they did that. You got to remember, China Mac stole Crip Mac from Adam. You know what I mean? And that was, like I say, I get it. When you understand who motherfuckers' demographics be, then you have a deeper perspective on why they doing what the fuck they doing. And to pick it what you just said, when I clicked on this video and I just fast forwarded till I could get, I watched it, and then I got to a point I just started fast forwarding it because I knew that's what the premise of it is about getting them around the monkeys in the line in the what's calls and shit. But y'all gonna see what I'm saying. But the idea is, we're gonna take 4 extra to the zoo. We're gonna take 4 extras. We're gonna take 4 extras on a field trip today.
Welcome to LA Zoo.
Neighborhood, bro.
You know what time it is? We're at the LA Zoo. I brought my grandson.
And look at the demographic. Look who he's surrounded with. Got Lupe there. Handler. I don't know. I don't fucking know. And excuse me. I don't mean handler like the way we was talking about handlers, like for whacking them and shit. I'm talking about like an IEP type handler.
So I can show where I picked this mom.
Hey, look. Yeah, Blanco, get in this mother. What the fuck, Harry Potter? What's up with Harry Potter? Everybody. Burning Avenue.
How y'all feel about this? Specifically black men, how y'all feel about this? What do you think about this?
It's a vlog that you were not expecting, okay? Back outside with 4 extras, man.
It's a vlog you wasn't expecting. They've been planning this shit. The whole they've been wanting to take him to the zoo. They knew they've been desiring to make this content for the longest.
We good? Am I good?
Hey, look. Am I good? You more than good, about I'm going to throw your up in here, though.
Listen, I got a whole list of...
Pickett, I don't know if you've seen this video already or not, but yeah, that's the optics I got when Adam first suggested it, and then definitely when I first clicked on the video, I was like, oh, this is exactly how I saw this going. This is precisely how I thought they was gonna do this shit. I don't think they're gonna.
The things I can't say now.
Well, right now, I might throw your ass up in this mother dealing with the Lions.
Bruh, listen.
I'm gonna say this. As we watch this, I'm gonna throw this in your mind. The video is suggesting almost that, man, we got one free. We broke one. Like, this motherfucker should be in there with him. And just notice the kind of Reddit, like they get him. They try to make sure they get points of him talking about, yeah, they don't want to be in here, of him like what you call it when you identifying with the animals in the zoo, and then they make sure to get good content of him acting like a wild, you know what I'm saying, crazy, you motherfucking animal outside of the, you know what I'm saying, cages, while the motherfuckers that's in the cages is docile and shit like that. And I mean, I just want y'all, and then we'll get to the actual literal shit where they're putting it in display for you. And I just don't want to show that part. I don't want to say it because I want to get there. And I got it clipped, and we're going to skip to that part in a second. But I just want to show this to kind of preface and give some pretext and kind of show you what the fuck is going on.
I realized we're going to Six Flags too. I just went on the ride at Six Flags on Gryffindor.
On a dead home. What the is that? I told you bring the next time you come out.
Coming, man.
Where they at?
They coming, man.
Where they at?
They on the way. They loaded. They loaded.
Cut the camera. Adams, we on your too. You supposed to be here today on the dead homie. So if you ain't never know, we really on.
And like I say, at some point, I hope y'all see what I'm saying, man. Bless 4 extra hard, man. God bless his heart. You know what I mean? I don't, like I say, I'm saying what I'm saying about a motherfucker being aggressive and bully, but I'm not mad at any of that. I get it. I fully get it. I fully understand this shit. Like I say, man, and it ain't me feeling sorry for a motherfucker, because that's not the case at all. But I just see this shit. I see how this motherfucker, I know he ain't, I'm not saying he dumb. I'm not saying he's slow, but he doesn't have the mental capacity. Either he doesn't have the mental capacity to understand the games that they playing on him right now, or he has the mental capacity and he's okay with that. You know what I mean? And just based on what I'm saying, I don't really feel like this motherfucker fully understand how he being manipulated, how he being played with, because he only used to niggas. He's not used to motherfuckers like that. So when you're around them, you don't understand their mentality or how they, what we find or respect or think is cool or funny or shit like that. Like, when they appreciate it or they pull or they gravitate or resonate with that shit, it's for an entirely different reason, and not, like I said, it's for the same reason they go to the zoo. It's the same reason, you know what I mean, they established the idea of fucking zoos. You get what I'm saying? But let's go.
On the set, all right,
Sorry.
Next say, you want something? I'm like, I'm thinking it's regular Kenny. You know, hold on, slow down. It's in the background. I'm talking about, can I get some? I said, what the fuck is this? This in the back, you hear this in the background? I said, what the fuck is he? I said, is it Kenny? I'm thinking it's regular Kenny. They said, no, niggas, extra. Oh, we going into the zoo? We going into the zoo with them? I told him, you should know about all the animals, bro. The way he talks,
We're gonna see.
You should know about all the animals, bro.
Listen, man.
It's concerning the way you should know about all the animals. Like, the way you know us so well is, oh man, that's why. And this is why I say I don't think I don't think he knows. I don't think he's fully aware of the shit. Because I mean, even Unc was hitting at the shit in the interview, but because of the context, I could see why motherfuckers not even trying to hear that shit in that moment. But what Unc was saying was real. This nigga's using you. This nigga used you to set me up. Not just in that instance, but he used him when he fucking said this shit initially about, you know what I'm saying, even bringing 4 extras up and shit. But like I say, it was Unc's responsibility to, when a motherfucker throw some bullshit your way, you turning what the old saying, I'm like rubber, you like glue, you turning the rubber and you bounce that shit back, you get that up off you. And he didn't do that. So there is that. But it still doesn't, you know what I mean, dismiss my point.
I'm gonna let's see. We're gonna do a little challenge, see who can identify the right animals. It's gonna be like some Steve Irwin type.
Do you know who Steve Irwin is? No! You telling me it's the one that got killed by the stingray? This motherfucker sound like him.
He's the Steve Irwin of trap music.
Bro, but he sound like him though, bro.
I've never heard Trap Lord Roscoe. As you can see by Q50.
I don't know, but that's kind of what he be doing, them King Von and the Big U, all them interview pieces he did. That's how I kind of seen it, as a fucking some Animal Planet in the hood, like that's how I see that he's presenting this shit. That's the optics that they imposing. Let's go. We're gonna get a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump down to it. Cause like I said, I'm only showing this to give y'all a pretext and give some context to what the fuck to this bullshit. But we're gonna get exactly to the point where they prove my point.
We're on our best behavior right now. No. You heard her first, right? Let's try and do the cursing to a minimum, though. Right?
What the fuck wrong with you? Why the fuck did we bring him? What the fuck is he here for?
I'm gonna have to bleep it out, bro.
Man, look, man.
You have to bleep.
Why would you tell 4Extra some shit like all this shit that they doing? They doing it on camera. They trying to paint a picture. They're telling a story. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, 4Extra, you gotta calm down. We gotta be calm and shit. They know what the fuck you feel. Like I say, the optics I'm taking away from this shit. Well, I'm gonna save it for the end.
Bleep him out.
They're saying they got penguins in the sun, man. I don't even know if that's even.
That's illegal.
If that's even ethical.
Penguin in the sun, bro. That's how you know that. That's how you know they stealing animals. They talking about penguin in the sun. He supposed to be somewhere in the snow somewhere. This is a hot as a motherfucker in the water. Where he at?
That little Ross looking like this is fucking idiot. That's just what I'm taking, like how it looks to me when they interact. Read motherfuckers' body language. Read motherfuckers' face. Read what it looks like behind. You can't see a motherfucker's eyes because he got behind them shades, but you can see the rest of his face. And pay attention to this shit.
Penguin in the 40s now.
Is extras going to turn into an animal activist? They're harbor seals, not penguins.
That's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse.
Worse, sir. Is that a word? You ever seen a flamingo?
I seen none.
I'm gonna show you a flamingo right now, homie.
This motherfucker right here, this motherfucker like a director. This motherfucker like he's what the
Oh!
No, he's talking about what the we about to eat and we at the zoo. It's all type. What you want to smack? We can kill anything in this motherfucker. This motherfucker we're talking about. Give me another one. Camera guy, the one in the back.
He's never done before in his life.
Sir No Face said he don't smoke or drink, so I believe he'll wear, but maybe slow enough not to see he being made fun of. Yeah. Some along them lines. That's kind of some along them lines. I see that. Some along them lines.
Give me another. I'm sweating.
Hop and Bob type nigga. Yeah, some shit straight out of a menstrual cycle, bro. Excuse me, not menstrual cycle, menstrual show. You know what I mean? And when I'm saying this shit, I want to keep bringing it back. I'm not trying to disrespect 4Extras. You know what I mean? That's not my intention. You get what I'm saying? My intention is to underscore and highlight how this motherfucker is being directed, puppet mastered. You know what I mean? And like I say, this is the sickness of that shit, of how a weak, frail motherfucker like ADAM22, you can't beat that. You wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? The people that he play with like that, he wouldn't be able to, only because America is the way that this, the Western world is the way that the Western world is, and things are set up the way that they are, that motherfuckers get away with this shit. Yeah. But motherfuckers that motherfuckers get away with that bullshit. Just like I say, you see what happens when it's anybody that looks like him. No game, no shorts taken, no games played. Just want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit turned down when it comes to people that don't look like you. Because then it just fulfills a lot of the other disgusting, you know what I mean, shit that we as motherfuckers in this country have been programmed to do and think, you know? Let's go.
Even jumping on board, I agree with him now. He's like, wait, no, wait.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna jump in there with the bears and the lions.
This is the Gunner Show. This is the Gunner Show.
No, this
Yo, you're with me today, my boy X4. I got him outside.
Hey, look, I feel like we all gone right now.
Yeah, don't, make sure you get that. Make sure we get that.
Hey, you hear me? I hope I can leave this motherfucker with my little homies in here.
Yeah, put it on.
Y'all hear this shit, man. Oh. Man. Like I say, the content don't even seem that bad if it's on if it was his own content and him and the homies went to the zoo or some shit, it wouldn't even seem that bad. It wouldn't carry the same tone. You know what I'm saying?
Put it on some.
Nah, hey, Billy back in a way, but I like, man. What I want to say, well, shit, it get a little convoluted, but a part of me is like, man, we gotta, motherfuckers shouldn't speak about him so it'll go away. But if you don't speak about it, if you don't highlight the bullshit he doing, then it might not be getting noticed in the full, you know what I'm saying, through the proper lens. You know what I'm saying? That's the sick part about this shit. But like I say, what I believe is they just trying to catch a body up there. No Jumper is trying to get a body under his belt before it shuts down. That's, like I say, that's what I fully believe. And they keep pressing and trying to make it happen. We've saw this shit literally in the last month. They keep pushing it, like pushing angles and keep pushing issues that keeps occurring these scenarios for that type of devastation to happen. They didn't check suspect for a reason. They knew that, man. They knew everything that shit had the potential to cause. Yet the pretense was set for what was allowed for the shit. Didn't search that man. You knew what the fuck he had on him. You knew the potential. He could have had a gun on him. If he wasn't searched, there's a potential for him to even have a weapon on him. Ideally, he fired the motherfucker shit up on live. Like I say, I don't think, because ADAM22 now already said no Jumper is not up. In more or less words, it's a nuisance at this point to his life. It's a obligation, if you will. So, especially when, like I say, from my perspective, the main goal of no Jumper for ADAM22 is not profits. It's optics. And I can't keep stressing that shit enough. You don't need this no Jumper shit. He got the porn shit, he got all the other shit. He can spin off and do BMX shit again. He can literally, he don't have to be doing this shit. So why the fuck is he doing it? Especially when over and over when you watch the interviews, if you ever catch yourself watching the interview or anything like that, and you listening to this shit, you can tell this motherfucker, like, he's not interested in this shit. And the only reason he is interested in it is for a narrative. Let's go. Matter of fact, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes here, and then we're gonna
dumbass parole, sir. Go there and follow this.
We're good, right?
No.
We're good. He said I'm good. I'm valid. He said
what animal supposed to be here? They don't even got no animals here. We going to San Diego.
We're in a drought.
Hey, what you about to jump the gate? You about to jump the gate? You about to jump the gate?
we getting there.
They're in like an animal prison. Do you relate to these animals? They've been locked down.
What you think?
You know what? It does feel a bit like they're in like an animal prison. Do you relate to these animals? They've been locked. They had their freedom taken away, and you've been through that.
That's what I'm.
How y'all like that? Back it up. 11-11. Make a wish.
Feel a bit like they're in like an animal prison. Do you relate to these animals? They've been locked. They had their freedom taken away, and you've been through that.
That's what I'm telling. Exactly. I have my freedom taken away. That's how I know how they feel. I've been in jail and I've been in the pen, so I know how they feel being locked in a cage. These motherfuckers in here depressed. These motherfuckers looking at us like, man, you walking around. They don't.
Look at Trap Lord Ross. Look how he looking at him. Like now it's some, man, bro. Ugh. Hey, after this, we closing out from here, man. We gonna finish this up, but man, I'm gonna let that play one more time. Because this is just the beginning of, and first of all, let me say this. This is the opening statement for the next scene. So I'm gonna let this play again, and then we're gonna flow into what the actual next scene is. All right. One more time. We're gonna hear this one more time.
What you think?
You know what? It does feel a bit like they're in like an animal prison. Do you relate to these animals? They've been locked. They had their freedom taken away, and you've been through that.
That's what I'm telling. Exactly. I have my freedom taken away. That's how I know how they feel. I've been in jail and I've been in the pen, so I know how they feel being locked in a cage. These motherfuckers in here depressed. These motherfuckers looking at us like, man, you walking around. They don't even want to move. They talking about ice animals, no snow, no ice. They ain't hot ass water. This is not it. I'm telling you right now, off the bat. If you've seen the water, that's why old boy came over there and said, "What you filming for?" You know what we filming for. Come on,
free everybody from captivity, though.
Yeah, free everyone, man.
Free everybody around the world and free the animals too.
Unless they deserved it.
Free.
Yeah. Is my theory any more clearer? Oh, we gonna go on. Does my thesis making any sense now, guys? Am I far off? Keep going.
Every living being.
You damn near had me sock him. Cut the camera. That nigga like 2 cows put in one. God.
See the big hoofs? They got the big hoofs.
Oh, you gotta turn around, big dog.
He's alive though. You see the ear twitching.
Yeah, I see him. I see his stomach.
He might have just lost the fade.
Sure, he just lost the fade or something.
Talk to him in his language. Say some, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk to him how he want to be. Probably just lost the fade. Man, that's what they think of, bro. They make these documentaries and say, "Oh, I'm a big fan of King Von," or "I'm a huge fan of these people." Fuck what they say and watch the actions. Watch the actions. The actions are more important than the verbiage, rhetoric, language used to justify shit that without that rhetoric, verbiage is unjustifiable. It's blatant and clear. Pay more attention to a motherfucker's actions than you do to the words to justify them actions.
Cause he ain't moving at all.
Yeah, baby for the kids. This
Gotta
is for
lift
the
the
kids right here.
bills up, you know. You feel me? What you think about that, man?
I was sending that to you.
Yo, that's my homegirl right there. What the?
Since we got to this part of the zoo, it's kind of growing on me. It's kind of active now.
Back that up. What the fuck Trapler Ross just say?
What the?
Since we got to this part of the zoo, it's kind of growing on me. It's kind of active now.
Nigga, you ugly.
A little scared.
Four of us can fit.
Y'all get what I'm saying now? Am I tripping? Am I putting, you know what I'm saying? Am I missing something, y'all? Am I reaching? Hey. What are we looking like? Yeah, man.
Bro, get in this bro.
Whose lap you better sit on?
Hey, watch out, nigga gonna break this nigga. Don't do that, nigga.
Squeeze in there.
We in prison. You gotta get in, okay? Hey, cuz, just spit on, cuz, look.
Western lowland gorilla. We're in the natural.
No.
Western lowland gorilla. A western lowland gorilla? What are you saying? Southern California gorilla is like. We've talked about Frudger and Slips before. How people are mistakenly say some shit that they were thinking. But it doesn't just occur in that way. There'll be times where you'll hear people saying shit and they'll be seemingly describing something else or talking about something else, but what they're saying can take on a whole different meaning, especially in the context of what the situation of like what's happening, the situation. Yeah.
All that nice shit. If they put 100 meat against a gorilla, how many think gonna survive and how many gonna die?
We almost out of here, y'all. Y'all see this shit, right? How y'all feel about this? And this why I be saying, is he aware? Is he aware? I don't know. Like, dog. Yeah, that's basically what Gunner was saying. We have the Vernon app. It's like, maybe they trying to see. Maybe there's a video suggests they trying to see if the zoo gonna keep him, or like I say, let's finish the video. We're gonna get on up out of here. We can get y'all on with the rest of y'all day.
20 gonna die.
20 gonna die?
Yeah.
You think they'll beat him? You think 20 gonna die? You think 80 gonna survive?
80 aren't gonna make it.
80 ain't.
The lady said, I think. She said, I think 80 of you. I think only 20 of y'all die. Man, my God, y'all.
80 ain't gonna make it. No. Do you think that 20? Hey, do you think the 20 gonna kill him?
We're not talking about this gorilla.
You think the 20 gonna kill him? And the 80 ain't gonna make it? That's not. He said 80 ain't gonna make it.
I don't know your gym routine. You know what I mean?
You said what you say? What y'all say?
I think you beat them all.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you get them all. Yeah.
That's what you see it? She touched it. That's what. Zoom in on that. She like, oh shit. She like, yeah, you see that? Zoom in on that. Zoom in on that. She like, oh, she like.
Man, like I say, hey, like what you like, man. I just hope motherfuckers be understanding the underlying shit that be behind motherfuckers' lust and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Take advantage of what you do, but man, when you paint this full picture, it gets real ugly, don't it? What you think about all this sunshine, baby? Am I tripping?
She like, oh, I think you gonna. You know her husband about to beat her ass. You just grab this. You got a silverback off the back. If your bitch grab 4 extra, come to the zoo and at the zoo with you.
I'm feeling hella insecure.
The back,
she hella insecure.
What you gonna do to your
Hella insecure off the back. They gonna grab you. Off the back.
Huh? Damn, he's Superman on camera. If your bitch grab me.
You take your kids to the zoo, the fact that they took a grown man just lets you know the level of respect they have for him. Rich Trapper Daddy. I'm right with you. I'm right there with you, and especially when you look at how they're talking to him, questions they're asking him. They treat him like a 10-year-old, like a big ass 11-year-old. You know what I mean? Watch this question. I think it's coming up next. And yeah, shout out King Kong. He can know what's going on.
I think this guy was gonna happen. I'm just saying she grabbed that thing. You see that? You see that? That's that.
That's my Jane, huh? He can know what's going on.
That's that. In a plumber, you sleep.
If my bitch grabs 4 extra, I need a new.
He telling me, do you see the zebras? Yeah, I see them little over there. I'm trying to see if that motherfucker ride like a horse though. I'm trying to get over there. Let me see. Hey, look.
Oh no. 4 extras, man. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal.
4 extras, man. What's your favorite animal? Talking to a grown ass man. We're gonna get out of here on this one.
Oh no. 4 extras, man. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, for sure, it's a silverback gorilla. Hold on. But I want to see a lion, huh?
Why?
Else, I love a lion. I gotta see
somebody that know content back there said, "Now we gotta." Why? Tell them how.
See a lion, bro. I gotta see a lion.
Okay,
so hold on, but see, this is the cold part. If you break it down in nature, we gotta get to nature right now, real quick. All right, if we out there in the habitat, boom. Alligators, they run the water. Alligators.
Hippos do.
No, alligators and hippos, they live together.
Nah, but they be killing alligators.
No, but
Hippos are deadly as hell.
But yeah, you're right about that. But they live together though. But they live together.
Kinda.
No, they do live together.
Nah, hippos are.
They live in the same water though.
Hippos are.
Yeah, but they be over there.
This is the iPhone.
All right, y'all. We've seen enough, man. We've seen enough. So, I think. Hopefully, I've made my case. I've proven my point. At least for this episode of, you know what I mean, how it's not just rhetoric and, you know what I'm saying, talking points that ADAM22's No Jumper is a motherfucking CIA anti-black, you know what I'm saying, movement to push specific narratives and influence certain shit. You know what I mean? It don't get too much more obvious than this, man. I'm gonna get y'all on back to y'all regular schedule program, man. If you ain't liked the video already, man, go ahead and like that motherfucker. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, man. With that being said, man, I appreciate everybody in here, all my mods, everybody in the chat, man. And until next time, we go.
Mopwack, what's happening with you? Mopwack. Mopwack, 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 Mopwack.